Aviation is a complicated business because it's very much regulated. It requires a lot of attention, a lot of attention to details and a lot of devotion. Without passion, you cannot actually meet the requirement. That's simply impossible. There is no money that can pay this kind of effort that only passion can pay.
Wind 270 with 10, max 1 knots, runway 25, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 25, Bartolini 6 Foxtrot.
In all those aspects, I think this is what amazes me in flying, and this is why I still enjoy it. And I think this is the job I want to do till my retirement.
It's not only to fly the aircraft, to learn how to do the approach, to how to maintain a level flight.
Runway conditions wet.
We want to deliver a professional pilot who knows how to behave in a completely different environment.
But we have a huge program called the Ryanair Method program, where we train pilots for Ryanair to become Ryanair first officers and captains.
Ryanair mentor students, they are preliminarily assessed.
How fast you can react towards some unexpected events, yes? How is your multitasking capability?
Secondly, we put more input on airline procedures.
We, for example, calculate the underload. Yeah? I mean, it makes sense to calculate it when you are flying airliner. And everybody's like, why do you need underload? Yeah? And it's just to practice, to have a good approach.
So everything we've done in this company was in order to help people reaching their aim, their goal of becoming an airline pilot, and also for the airline to have the best of the pilot on the market.
We are also preparing guys to fly in the business aviation and the airlines, also as a flight instructor. So in general, professional pilots.
So from the very beginning, you fly in a controlled airspace, you are familiar with the controlled airspace.
We have still some planes coming like Ryanair. However, we do not have issue, we have no long delays.
You have to do communication to commercial airport standards from day one. The very first flight through PPL, you're talking to tower, yeah?
If you want to run a professional training from zero to hero, as we call it, monofleet just gives you better results. First of all, training is faster and students are better prepared.
From day one, whether you start here from CPL or PPL, you're learning from a system which closely mimics the ethos on any commercial aircraft.
Everything we can just manage here, even with the refueling. We do not need to wait for anyone from the airport because we can do it on our own.
Whenever we have students visiting Bartolini, they are surprised like, oh yeah, you're an international company. And yes, we are.
We are based in Poland, but we are working in the international environment.
If you come and visit us, you will see in our corridors that we mostly speak English, not Polish.
That helps me a lot.
We had like waves that students from Italy, students from France, students from UK.
We have the guy from Singapore, we have the guy from Germany, England, there was a guy from Japan.
I would even say that I struggled to find a Polish student at some point.
It's a modern country. We have modern standards. Everything is as you would expect it to be in France, UK, Portugal, Spain.
One of my students is flying with me in the flight deck on 737. He was the guy who didn't know how to touch the controls, how to read the instruments, and now he is landing the aircraft that weighs 57, 58 tons.
I feel proud. I think every instructor becomes an instructor to have this feeling. It's like raising a child a bit. You can observe how this person develops, and that's the most, let's say, joyful experience for the instructor.
Bartolini Air, the smartest path to become an airline pilot.